Hello there.
You know what time it is. Peaky Blinders, episode 5 of season 1. Let's handle some business. My name is Elie Moses, a 24-year-old law and film student here for Sydney, Australia. Absolutely shooting his shot, and we are watching this fantastic show for the very first time. Let's just get into the reaction. Like I said, it's time to handle business. Let's see what's in store for us, and let's go. I feel like as a main sort of antagonist of season 1, Billy Kimber and, the Inspector, I feel like that's amateur level. I don't know. I just feel like, we're only just starting, ladies and gentlemen. We got 6 seasons of this thing.
Open up, love.
If you claim to be the king,
and the baby. Got some
a lot of
fresh
people
eggs
come
and
at the
bread.
king.
I'll leave it here.
The wire said it. You come at the king, you best not miss. Oh yeah, the inspector gonna have a field day. The inspector gonna have a field day with him. Or been having a field day with him.
It's the last time I'm going to say this. It wasn't me who shot Freddie Thorne.
Tommy, I'd ask you to swear on the Bible, but you can't swear on that, can you? Nothing you hold sacred.
Listen, obviously, with a juxtaposition cut right there, with the perpetrator, in my opinion, who I think ratted out Freddie Thorne. And I feel like once you connect the pieces of the puzzle from last episode with the telephone being installed, and obviously her having a direct line to the inspector, it had to be Grace. And I haven't uploaded episode 4 yet, so I don't know what you guys thoughts are and how you received my thoughts at the end of that episode. But I just want to say something here in terms of Grace. Now, with how how pragmatic and how smart the show's portraying Tommy Shelby out to be, I feel like as well I'm giving him too much credit for how soft he is. I feel like he's more ruthless than soft. Like, this soft side only comes out with Grace, I feel like, and or in his bedroom as well. Like, not a soft side per se, but the facade of Tommy Shelby, in my opinion, the other side of him that the other world doesn't get to see, or the world itself doesn't get to see, because he balls it up inside that room. That's the post-traumatic stress disorder Tommy Shelby, the one who's struggling to come to terms with normal life after the war. Now, as the show is portraying him to be this smart, my theory is, I feel like he knows from the get-go that Grace is a spy, because of the events that preceded it. You have this inspector come out of nowhere, and you have this girl come from Ireland miraculously who wants to be a bartender and begins asking questions. And he's called her out a couple times about the singing, the bar she sang at, being a Catholic, not doing the sign of the cross. And I feel like Tommy is smart enough to put 2 and 2 together that, she's a bit sus. Like, she is a spy. But I think that moment he laid eyes on her, from the very first moment, he fell in love. And I feel like he is blinded by that love, and he knows she's a spy, but deep down he's telling himself, or he doesn't want to believe she's a spy because of how infatuated he is with her. That's my theory. I feel like from the get-go he knows. And obviously, yeah, he's telling himself that it can't be. She's too much of an angel to be like that. But yeah, like I said, I feel like he's blinded by his love for her and doesn't want to accept the fact that she's a spy. That's my theory. I feel like he knows from the get-go, but it's interesting to see how the events play out, because you think to yourself, and I feel like Tommy will know, who's the one that can rat out Freddie Thorne? Who's the one that overheard us? Who's the one that told me a telephone was installed? And I was with my boys. Like, who else knew about the location? Like, Polly's family. Ada definitely won't rat out Freddie Thorne. Like, who else? Who else? And yeah, that's just my theory. She's the only one that can unlock the facade of Tommy Shelby, in my opinion. Like, she's an angel, man. She's women goals.
Everything in the diary, eh?
Wifey goals.
Black Star. What does that mean?
Black Star Day is the day we take out Billy Kimber and his men. No one knows this.
See?
Not even your family.
Grace,
He letting you in on too much.
everyone in my family hates me. tell them.
Bro, she playing
Ease off the bloody rails is what
the best game possible.
Field
Like,
turn
she
knows
nailing
what's
her
best,
role at
mate.
the moment. Give her a raise.
John. Snitch behind the curtain.
Hey, Lord, to Shelby!
Dad?
Jesus.
That's a turn in events that I did not expect.
Thank you. You're a good boy. Bless the Father for these bounties we're about to receive.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, don't say the Lord's name in vain, Polly.
That me.
I just said that.
Finish your sandwich and sling your hook.
Pollyanna, I'm a guest of the head of this family, so why don't you maybe tend to your mangle or your scuttle?
The head of the family ain't here.
Get out.
Come on, son. I'm a changed man.
This family needed you 10 years ago. When you walked out on us. Not now. Get out of this house.
Tommy, it's
You
different.
shut up.
It's all right, son. Arthur Shelby never stays where he's not welcome. Quite something you become. Boy, son.
Shelby Jr., man.
Is that Dad?
He's a selfish bastard.
You calling someone a selfish bastard? It's a bit rich, Tommy. I mean, thanks to you. We're already down a bloody sister.
You want to see him, Arthur? You want to see him?
You go with him.
Yo, the line delivery in this show. Every line is delivered with emphasis. So good.
That Danny Wisbang was dead,
And you thought wrong, didn't you?
but I've seen his grave. He was shot.
Now, that was a show to satisfy the wops. Tommy just shot some sheep's brains at him.
He was buried in his grave.
Talking too much. Talking too much.
Grace, you know what's good for you? You don't ask questions about things that don't concern you. Never, right?
You already let on too much, Arthur.
That's for you. Don't tell Tommy I took this.
Perhaps when it suits Tommy, eh?
Yeah, well, it's been different. You know, since the war.
Yeah, well, the war can change a man.
Hey, Shelby Senior gonna talk.
Myself, anyways.
He gonna start instigating things.
All over, son. All over.
Yeah, all over.
Then, the salvation of Jesus Christ spread his light over me. And as a pilgrim, I come to visit the new world,
America.
where I beheld the future. Their schemes, their systems, look at that. It's
Show me.
all there. There's a fortune to be made here.
I love how I love how Shelby Jr. is trying to take a peep.
My heart's a battered vessel, but within, there still beats a fluttering pulse of a dream. The Shelby Casino and Hotel. Gents and dames will come flocking from all corners. New York, Chicago, Boston, to the Shelby, where I can stand proudly with my dear children. By
It
my
ain't gonna be
side.
that easy to go
A
international.
woman there, like fresh peaches. Thou could have a dozen.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's bloody do it.
It would make my heart beam, but I don't want to cause any discord between the brothers. So
Massive
please,
instigator.
Why don't you talk to Tommy first?
Massive
I'm sick of
instigator.
taking orders from him. Tommy's not the only one in the family with an head for business. And Shelby money is Shelby money.
I thank God for my wonderful sons.
Bro, this guy.
This is cause for a celebration.
This guy.
Slán.
Ultimate. Might as well call him a Nigerian king.
On your feet, soldier. On your feet. Get up.
Damn, he's seasoned in the ring, man. You saw him before. He was licking men up.
That here is Arthur Shelby Jr., my son. I love him and I'm proud of him. And I can find any one of you in here.
But he got his ass whooped by his dad. People were seeing fresh meat.
You did good, son. You did good. I love you, Doc. I love you.
Hey, man, what happened to Kanye West family business, man? We all doing our own things now? We all doing our side hustles?
As a teetotal man, I find it amusing. Except when it ends in tragedy.
Would you like some water and cordial, Mr. Byrne?
You see, Mr. Shelby, Ryan, for all his quick mouth, was indeed connected. Very well connected to our brotherhood. By membership and blood. He was my cousin. I'm from South Armagh. I'm a man of influence there. Cordial and water would be grand, Mr. Shelby.
Problems on problems.
Right. Bring some water and cordial to the snook. This way.
Yes, Mr. Shelby.
My cousin came to buy guns.
And I told him I have none.
Your man Danny Owen talks a lot when he's drunk. He says the Peaky Blinders do have the guns, robbed from the factory down the road. He boasts about a stack of Lewis machine guns and enough belts of ammunition to hold up God's trousers. I
love Cillian Murphy's facial expressions, man. His micro expressions, everything, his mannerisms, tell a whole story in itself. Like, he doesn't need to say anything, and I just know the man is calculating in his head. I just know as he's being fed information, as each line is being spoken by the other individual, talking from the other side across the table, or whoever he's receiving information from, the show has established that this man, like I said, he's pragmatic, he's a thinker, he's a strategist, and you can tell as he's receiving the information, he's downloading it, he's trying to process a solution immediately off the fly, and I love it, I love it. Cillian Murphy, he's born to play this role.
Yep, that sounds like our Danny. He has an imagination. Like I say, sometimes it's the whiskey does the talking.
Grace in too deep,
He says all the
man.
brothers know where the guns are kept.
Well, Danny also says he sees German infantrymen in the back of milk carts, and he shoots them with his broomstick.
We have men in the BSA factory. They say you has them. And we have men who work in the police station. Every finger, Mr. Shelby, every finger in this city points in one direction. Please don't mistake me for a fool.
Feel. Dude, look at his facial expressions, man. He's downloading information. He's studying this man. He downed the cordial like that. One take. In the wide shot too.
I don't care what kind of half-arsed tanker operation you have going here, but I can assure you, I represent a very different category of organization. You deliver the guns to me, or I deliver death and hell's fury to you and your little tribe of heathens. Am I making myself clear?
Shut your ass up.
to you, I have the guns, but they have become a burden to me. Perhaps it is time to unload that burden.
You want all the smoke coming to your way? I will give you the smoke. Just know that with that burden, ooh, you're going to have hell raining down on you.
You hooked us off a big fish there.
With these guns as bait, who knows what we'll catch.
We? Are you suggesting that you and I could work together as a team?
Perhaps we have more in common than you think, Inspector.
Can you deliver him?
With your help.
I feel like both these men are willing to go at great lengths to get what they want. They're just on opposite sides of the war. The law, sorry. My bad. They're just on opposite sides of the law. And listen, we've seen the inspector himself be savage. And Thomas Shelby himself can be savage. It just so happens to be that they're both on opposite sides of the law. I feel like the roles can be reversed with these guys, or like in another reality, both can play each other's part. In my opinion.
And I want word put out in Ireland.
There's a lot in common.
Involved.
So I'd be solving a problem for you.
And I'd be winning you that medal.
If I get a medal, I will have your initials engraved on the backside.
Huh? My initials on your backside. That's quite an image. Inspector, since we're getting on so well, can you answer me a question? Who gave you Freddie Thorne?
As everyone in the city knows, it was you, Mr. Shelby.
Clever way to spin it. I hope Thomas Shelby knows as well that the inspector himself has his own personal ambitions and his word means nothing. Can't place too much trust in anyone. Bro, his dad is going to use that money for something. He sold him a dream with that casino stuff.
It's all there.
It is indeed.
We're going to build something with the sun. Something magnificent. When do we sell that?
Hungry for work, are you?
Yeah.
Ship sails Friday. Meet me at the boxing ring.
Right. Friday.
Friday.
Even if he isn't lying, right? Even if he's just playing him for money. Oh, sorry. Even if he's not playing him for money and he's not, you know, basically coming back for a quick buck and then jetting. This casino business, going overseas and starting... so much thought has to go into it. You're getting territory. You're going to have a target on your back. You need to get men across the border, across the seas to be stationed there. You need to buy muscle. Like, it's just like...
I'll leave that open.
To stamp your authority in another country is a different business. They're struggling here in Birmingham.
You're going to be in that back room. I'm going to be sitting there. When I make a toast, you're going to come out with that thing raised. You don't shoot, you just point. I'll do the rest.
You killed him.
No, the police want him alive.
Police know about this.
Look, just hold it up. Just point. Right? Right, go. Go on, go.
I'm going to recommend this show to my dad. I reckon he'll absolutely love it. I think he's watched it though. I think he has. Either way, it's getting a recommendation from Elie Moses. The Moses Senior.
Below back here. If damage is done to either side, it's no concern of ours.
Hey, Burn about to get burned, man. Adios, amigo.
Last year Thursday,
Just show us where.
Give me the cash. You're gonna need a shovel.
The lost treasure of the Shelbys. X marks the spot.
You thick fucking tinker. Do you think we'd let you live?
Make your peace, Mr. Shelby.
Make my peace my own way.
With a toast.
To barmaids, you don't count.
Damn, man, you got too close. Stay away from the target. Come on, Grace. Didn't they teach you that in police school? You got pistol whipped. Come on, Shelby. Run it back, man. Run it back. Bam, he having his Tony Soprano moment. Bang! Bang! This moment bonds us together more. Yeah, she was not instructed to shoot.
Grace.
I didn't know I had it in me like that.
You seen me?
He released the other side. Yeah, man. I told you. Symbiotic connection. We're bonded by this moment. Just like those moments in war you share with your brothers. You hold those forever. This one goes down forever. This one goes down in the history books. This gonna change the loyalties.
You were supposed to come in the sixth time. You were supposed to come in the fucking sixth time!
Can't trust their word, man.
They refused to surrender. They fought well, they were brave men.
Well, he looks like he was killed by a wild fucking animal. Still, this never happened. They were never here. Who cares?
Get the bodies out of here.
All right, are they? They're making the lady uncomfortable. I'll leave you two lovebirds to it then, eh?
You guys ever wanted to know what a tosser looks like? That guy right there.
I'm sorry.
I know we're only up to episode 4 of season 1. But these... Oh, sorry, episode 5. But these two better have won Emmys for their performances, okay? Both of them. Both of them. Better have. Actually, no. I can't say that because Rhea Seehorn and Bob Odenkirk constantly got robbed for Better Call Saul. So, listen. We don't know. We don't know.
I had no idea he would involve you in this ugly business. If I had, I never would have let it happen.
He trusts me. Told you that. You didn't believe me.
Sergeant Moss made a report, which he could have burnt. He said that when he entered the room, you were embracing.
Is that your primary concern? An embrace?
No, my concern is for your welfare.
It was me who killed them. I had no control.
You've been living with beasts.
It was the beast that tried to stop me.
You're defending the man she trying to take down.
I believe last night something inside me changed. I no longer feel the need to avenge my father. The hatred that I brought here with me is gone. And therefore my reasons for joining the service.
You want to resign?
I think our mission has come to a natural end.
Woo!
I think I know where the guns are hidden.
You do? So tell me where.
If I'm right and the guns are found, you have no more business with Thomas Shelby. Is that not so? Our military mission will be over and we can leave the city as we found it.
Are you trying to do a deal with me? Because if you are, you must be explicit.
Yeah, with this man.
I want your word that Thomas Shelby will not be harmed if the guns are recovered. Your word as a gentleman.
This man's word is as good as...
I want to save him.
Residue of sympathy.
Sympathy, you mean sentiment?
Yes. In his way, he has been kind to me.
Sentiment?
Yes.
You're too good-hearted for this work.
Hey, but she good at it, man. She good.
So for my sake, will you spare him?
You have my word.
Mother... Listen, I think out of pure love for Grace...
A week after the robbery, there was a burial at St. Andrew's churchyard.
He might spare Tommy, but...
Buried is alive.
I don't trust this man. He'll make up some excuse.
I learned that the funeral was attended only by the brothers. And the grave that they dug was far deeper than your average. And lined with lead.
So is that where the...
Keep out the damp.
Is that where the guns are? At Danny's grave?
The guns are buried in that grave.
That's why she visited the grave.
And tonight we will dig up that grave.
When my family thinks that I'm safely in my bed, oh, from morn until night, I am stretched out at your head, calling out unto the earth with tears hot and white.
I'm surprised she didn't tell
of a boy that I loved as a child.
Nobody showing up, Arthur. Just like he left 10 years ago, he will leave you now. Ultimate scam.
And I'll lie here forever if your hands were in mine.
I'm surprised she didn't tell the inspector about the Black Star Day with the hit on Billy Kimber.
My apple tree, my bride.
Jackpot.
It's time we were together.
Well done, boys.
For I smell of the earth, and I'm worn by the weather.
I can only sit in silence as she sings. It's beautiful. And the events...
But one gun accounted for.
That's enough, right?
And sir, I resign my commission.
She a free agent now. She a free agent. She can do as she pleases.
So, I am no longer your superior officer, and
exactly.
You're no longer my subordinate.
She can do a Sol Campbell, leave Tottenham, and join the goated club Arsenal. That's what we do. Come on, Grace. Join the Golden Army. Join the light side. Come on, Grace.
Therefore, regulations permit me to offer you this.
I told you my guy had feelings for her. Oh, this gonna get to a whole new level. Oh,
I'm a simple man, but a good man.
I said it from episode 1 or 2. He had feelings for
My
her.
admiration for you has turned to love. I don't ask for love in return, just recognition that we are like minds. We're shared values.
My guy had this planned. He rehearsed this.
Will you marry me?
He's sticking to the script. Let it go, bruv. Just let it go.
Mr. Campbell.
Woo! Hey, he didn't even get down on one knee.
You deserve better.
That's a good response. He's about to have a heart attack. My guy's going into cardiac arrest.
Is it the beast that dug that grave? Is it him?
See, now it gets personal.
My resignation will be with you in the morning.
That word is going out the window. This is going to be a revenge quest. Unless Campbell can keep his feelings in check and let bygones be bygones.
Hello, son.
I've never seen someone.
May I ask who gave you my whereabouts?
Mars said you left him last night with a bill for your horse.
Well, at least we got to say goodbye, son. And bid a fond adieu to your dear brothers, would ya?
How could you do this to us?
Do what, son?
All that stuff you said about the Shelby
He
Casino.
sold you a dream, man.
In Atlantic City.
He should go into marketing.
Well, if the truth be told, I'm not so acquainted with that promised land as I had thee believe. So fare thee well, son.
I waited for you. I waited.
Listen to me, boy.
Come on, Arthur, man.
Ring now. Ever put your hands on me again, I'll cut your fucking throat and spread you on these tracks.
That's not a father, man. I will whoop his ass right there. Arthur belittled, man, but he can't do anything. Damn. How's he gonna let the family know about the lost money, man?
I'm assuming he's frishing away the 500 you took from us and put into his thieving, whore-graping hands.
Yup.
What were you thinking? How dare you do something like that without talking to Thomas or me?
Just tell me now.
Pick up Aunt Polly, man. I love her so much. Looking out for the kids.
I'm gonna tell him.
You may take satisfaction in a great victory. A terrible consequence has been avoided. Those guns that we dug up will never be used to murder the innocent or usurp the status quo.
Yeah, Mr. Churchill very happy at the moment.
Crime, we have as yet failed to punish the criminal. This man who dug this grave has also dug his own.
I told you.
He has proved a deadly menace to the king's peace. And tonight we will strike him down. We will drive our sword through his black heart. We will pursue him into
You
the
gave
rat
your
holes
word,
that he
you asshole.
infests.
Told you it means
Finally,
nothing.
we will rid this city of his kind. Justice will be done and will be seen to be done. Amen.
Bro, just take the L and move.
You look after yourself, do you hear me? I'm gonna be gone away for a while. Right, go on.
And the cinematography in this show is superb.
Who dare fight me?
Go home, lad.
Trying to be his
Before you
dad.
get yourself a spanking.
Cut to that wide shot. Standing still on his own. It's a lonely world for Arthur.
In Digbeth just said the police are coming down from Derryton in numbers. Asking for Tommy Shelby by name.
Yeah, it's on site. It's on site. Stop. Yo, this finale about to be generational. The Black Star Day is going out the window.
I'm gonna have to lie low for a while.
Why?
I lost my bargaining power. It's copper, it's just me and him now. When I get back, I'm gonna tell you some things.
Harry said the police are already in Digbeth.
Yeah.
You took a chance coming here. Why?
To see you, baby.
Police are in the line, Tommy.
Tommy! Get the fuck out of here, Tommy! I like you, Grace. I wasn't familiar with your game. He's gonna tell her something. She gotta tell him something. And it's gonna cause family drama along the way. Really? That's equivalent to keying a
I'm
car.
looking for Thomas Shelby.
Never heard of him.
You'll never find him.
Hey, Finn saying it how it is.
Go home. Perhaps I should ask that question again. On your knees. I understand this, Barman. I don't care if you live or die.
Is this the one gun that was missing? Or was the one gun that was missing the one Tommy has, the revolver? That they all accounted for?
He left. With the barmaid.
Damn!
Christ.
Come on, man.
I think they were going to her place.
Yeah, hold that, Inspector. Hold that. He left with your girl. He left with your girl. He grass cut your ass.
Call it off. Don't understand, sir. We should find the barmaid and see.
Call it off! All of it!
Rattled. Rattled.
It's all right.
You want tea?
Tea, no.
I have rum.
Actually, tea it is.
Want a biscuit?
Yes. And do you have a biscuit?
No, they attract mice.
People look different at home.
In what way?
Off guard.
Should I be on my guard?
No. I'm a man who drinks tea.
This is a better love story than Twilight, man. 100%. 100%.
When the trouble dies down, I'll go.
The inspector know but where Grace is staying?
When will it die down, do you think?
Late, I'd say.
So not until the morning, then?
Oh, so we got time. We got time.
Yes, I'd say I'll be here till morning.
We got time, ladies and gentlemen. It's game time.
You have a gramophone.
It's broken.
I could still dance. I know you like to be asked properly.
Yo, my guy.
Christ, can I have this dance?
He does not miss a trick, man. He does not miss a trick. Talk about aura. Talk about aura. Beautiful episode, man. Beautiful episode. We're not done yet. Come on, man. You want to handle business by himself? Yeah, walk away. Walk away. Let her have this moment. Let her have this moment. But then he gonna strike. He gonna strike. Okay, now this is another level. Took my girl, man. He took my girl. That I do not condone. But it is what it is. We move. Shelby Jr. on the way.
Are you okay?
I don't hear the shovels against the wall.
What shovels?
A cathartic moment for him.
Will you help me
Help you with what?
with everything? The whole fucking thing. Fucking life. Business. I found you. And you found me.
I actually love that the show obviously is dealing with the aspects post-war, post World War One. And I talk about it in my other reactions about you know, I love how Band of Brothers and the Pacific, the shows I've watched recently in the channel, they deal with the psychological aspects of the war. And in particular, I really enjoyed the Pacific finale for dealing with that aspect a bit with one of its characters. And there was a scene where one of the spoilers for the Pacific, a father took his son who just returned from the Pacific Theater of War hunting, and obviously he got PTSD from the guns, and obviously the gunshots and what happened there. And you guys said in the comment section, you guys told me the true story about it. He never went hunting another day in his life, and instead he took up bird watching. And obviously a lot of the ways these soldiers dealt with moving on from the war, because a lot of these veterans hardly spoke out about the events that happened unless it was at a reunion with their boys and retelling those stories. It was a special bond they had, those moments they shared together. A lot of them didn't open up until later in life. To their family members. And obviously I think with the Pacific, it dealt with it in a beautiful way, and I love how this show is dealing with it as well, because you guys were saying in the comment section, the best thing for these guys to deal with the war post, like you know, war itself from a mental aspect, was to get married, was to have kids, was to occupy themselves with other things outside of life. And it was hard to adjust to that. It was hard to get into that groove, and you saw it in the Pacific finale with Eugene, one of the main characters of the show. You know, his mum tried to put it sort of like a timestamp on him getting out into the world and finding a job, and the father, you know, had to tell the mother, no, listen, it's gonna take time. He's gonna find his own way. He's gonna, you know, find his own feet when the time is right. It's gonna take time. You can't put a time frame on getting over the war, and some people never really get over the war. And I love how Shelby is, you know, said in this scene right here, I'm not hearing the shovels. It was a cathartic moment for him. You know, he was able to forget the war for once because of this moment with Grace right here. You know, it basically eradicated all those thoughts, and I feel like he's been dealing with those thoughts outside of the room the entire show. I know the room is sort of like this sanctuary where he's able to ball up those emotions, step outside and deal with, you know, deal with business as usual, become Tommy Shelby. But you even saw this episode with Byrne while he was being choked. It's always on his mind. He has those flashbacks to the war. He has those flashbacks to being a tunneler, and it was in this moment with Grace here that all that was quenched. I love it. I love it. It's a big burden, but for her. Maybe he... Listen, my theory was he knew from the get-go about Grace, and he's just been dealing with the problems head on, but we'll see. We'll see. She's still pondering. She's still thinking, do you want to get into this life? Because he's notified her about the Black Star Day too. That's going to be a lot of death and destruction potentially. Arthur going to try and hang himself? Oh, Arthur, you're better than this, man. Please break. Please break. Please break. Come on, second chance in life. Come on. Oh no, they're gonna hold the shot. They're gonna hold the shot. Yeah. Wasn't meant to be. It's not your time, Arthur. It's not your time. God gave you a new lease.
Send a telegram to Mr. Churchill. I have news, very good news. Tell him the business I came to attend to is now complete.
Okay.
I'll be leaving the city.
Okay.
There's just one matter I need to tidy up first.
Oh, this is the longest Shelby has probably slept in. My guy at peace. My guy at peace. He's sleeping good. Look at him. He knocked out. He knocked the fuck out. Tragic, man. We're brothers, man. We're family. F the money. F everything else. Blood is all that matters.
So Polly told you.
Yeah.
T.
Should have used a gun.
Oh no.
Are you laughing at me, Tommy?
Yeah.
Come on, Tommy.
Just when things are starting to go right, Arthur, you try and do this. Don't you like fancy parties? What, champagne or fast cars? But how about this? Your name on a business card.
Shelby Brothers Limited. Arthur Shelby, associate bookmaker.
I just had them picked up from the printers this morning. You were one of 3 shareholders. Me, you, John. And according to the law, we are equal partners. And it is written in the paperwork in black and white. A third, a third, a third.
That's awesome.
Well, the thing is,
that's legal too.
Well, me and John, we quite fancy splitting your share, so...
What about Fit?
He was a gun man.
Hey, we want to go 50-50, man. Get the hell out of here.
Barman at the station tell me that copper is leaving town. We're in the clear.
Hey, not yet. He's still got one more thing to handle. You just don't know.
We are on our way up in the world, brother.
What about Finn? What about his share, man? When he's of age. You want to neglect Finn like that? Oh. I love the camera movement here. It's almost as like, I feel like it's almost as if we're in dreamland here. It's all perfect. We circle around. It's smooth. Business as usual. Obviously, we got the beautiful white lighting. The rays of sunshine beaming in as well. It's almost as if it's too perfect. There's a storm brewing always in Peaky Blinders, man. There's still the finale. There's still Black Star Day. Is that the one? Yeah. Everyone's smiling. Seems like a one take as well. Beautiful. Oh, this badass, man. This badass. Hey, Johnny's happily married, man. Leave him and Esme alone. Legal bookmaking. Let's go. We got the license, boys. I love the lyrics. So bring it on, baby. Bring it on. Okay, if that ending right there, if that ending right there, that final shot is not inspired by The Sopranos, then I don't know what is. Spoilers of The Sopranos. If you guys have seen The Sopranos, you'll know what I'm talking about. And there was a shot very reminiscent of that in one of The Sopranos season finales, I believe, or penultimate episodes. I can't remember if it was season 4 or 5, but it was Tony Soprano in the Bada Bing, I believe, looking at where the statue of Mary was as well. And then he walks out, and it's almost terrifying in a way. There's this sense of impending doom with that. It's almost as if he walks into the white light and heaven awaits him, or his death awaits him. And it means the opposite. Obviously, you hear him walk into the, you see Tony Soprano walk in, leave the Bada Bing through the exit door, and it's, you hear the streets, you hear cars going by, day-to-day life. And that was very similar right there. That was very, very, like, almost a shot-for-shot recreation of Tony Soprano being in his headquarters, the Bada Bing, where business is usually done. Here, you have, obviously, where the Shelby business is done, where the bookmaking is done, where the money's being made. And then Thomas Shelby, you have the reverse shot from behind him, walk into the bright white light, open the door, and walk into the bright white light, and sort of, in a way, I don't know if it's a very similar meaning to Sopranos, but Sopranos was done the exact same way. Obviously, with the Sopranos, the camera work was a bit more jaded. It was a bit more shaky cam. It was a bit more handheld and more raw. And this one, obviously, I was saying how clean and crisp it looked, and almost as if it was like a daydream. Everything seemed too perfect. But I think it's a sign of what's to come. There's a storm brewing, and I think we're walking into the unknown. Thomas Shelby's walking into the unknown. Tony Soprano's walking into the unknown. Oh, man. Oh, man. The white light awaits. The white light awaits. That is a Sopranos recreation shot for shot there, and you cannot tell me otherwise it wasn't inspired by that. So perfect. So perfect. I love that. I love that. Thank you guys for reacting. Thank you guys for watching this reaction. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I continue to love this show. It's been your boy Moses. Take care. God bless. Peace.